ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best 3-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up for turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
And your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Full Velocity Racing Network, live tonight from Volusia Speedway Park. It is time for the IRacingIFlag.com Gobbler 100. 2 full servers, and server number 1 will come to you live right now via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Good evening, everybody. Phil Lacasse here. Todd Stanton alongside and running the controls with me here tonight as we anchor the Full Velocity Racing Network coverage. And Todd, we've been here with the gang at VLR all night long. We had a great post-race roundtable here for about an hour just before showtime started. Now we get to server number 1. This thing is loaded for bear. The Gobbler 100 is here. 120 drivers. Only 24 are going to race into our 100-lap main event. But we have a lot to get to before we get there, man. I am itching, ready to go.
I'm definitely ramped up, psyched up for the event, the Gobbler 100 here tonight. I've been waiting. This is something I've circled on my calendar to come back to since last year, Phil. And that was a fixed setup there, race at Knoxville. This one is a Volusia open setup. I got to thank everyone for tuning in, qualifying, and winding down. DJ Kalinowski in the number 13 machine, your pole sitter, Phil.
Sure is. Looks like he makes that quick time over here in server number 1 for DJ, and that would be really, really cool if he does so, because that's one whale of a lap there that he may about just to put down in our quick time here tonight. We'll say sponsored by our friends over at Dirt Warrior Racing League. We'll do that in the feature event as well, but quick time is done here for server number 1, so we have heat race number 1, Todd, for the Gobbler 100 in server number 1. Qualifying heat number 1 is brought to you by our friends at the Ford Entertainment Group.
Yeah, Ford Entertainment Group, the guys that actually are making Phil's computer, so that's a fantastic sponsor to come out here. Heat race number 1 going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, HRE Motorsports number 13 of DJ Kalinowski, and outside of him, the double dot machine, the Kendall Chucker machine, rolling off in position number 2. Rolling off third will be the natural one, EJ Jones, and his days of brother outside driving the number 16. That'll be David Blackbird. Inside row number 3, that'll be Shad Prescott aboard the number 49 machine, and Garrett Maines aboard the number 83, rolling off in position number 6. Rolling out 7th will be Jed Barton aboard the number 15, and Tyler Jackson aboard the number 8, rolling off in position number 8. Rolling off 9th will be Eric Gillard in the number 11, and Todd Hook aboard the number 23, rolling off in position number 10. Ryan Stillwell in the number 10 machine, rolling off in position number 11, and Nathan Culpepper aboard the number 44, rolling off in position number 12. Shotgun on the field, driving the number 62. It's actually the 14 out there. That is J.D. Brown.
J.D. Brown's number 14 going to roll out what is going to be a 13-car field, 8 laps around the half-mile Volusia Speedway Park. Top 4 transfer on into sub-feature main event status, if you will. So we're going to get through one server to even make it into the main event server here tonight. So we've got this place stuffed to the gills here. Volusia going to be as hot all night long. You look to the front row, we find the likes of DJ Kolanowski, Kendall Tucker. How about EJ Jones, a guy we have seen win many races of these street stocks over the years. David Blackburn, another heavy hitter. Chad Prescott, a guy who goes fast in any car you put him in. He'll roll off on the outside bubble. He'll going to start inside run number 3, but the anticipation has been building all afternoon. We are about ready for the first time tonight to go under the IRacingIFlag.com green flag. The field over turn 3 and 4. The lights are out around the half mile. It is time, Todd. Let's go racing for the Gobbler 100 qualifying, and we go underway.
Ford Entertainment Group heat race number 1 underway down into turn number 1. Side-by-side battle with Kendall Tucker, the 13 of DJ Kolanowski's third right now. The number 84 machine of EJ Jones, the 16, holding on to that 4 spot, Phil.
4 spot holding on to that number 16, but he is coming from heavy fire. Chad Prescott is there. Blue car stuck up in the high lane. That looks to also be Garrett Maines, number 83, so getting you some different schemes. Tyler Jackson, Action Jackson on the 8 car. He's there as well on the outside looking in, but we're all chasing, racing to DJ Kolanowski. He leads the field on number 3 as we battle for a lead with Kendall Tucker.
Yeah, Tucker down to the bottom side there in the IRacingIFlag double knot machine. Side-by-side battle there with DJ Kolanowski. Kolanowski up to the top side of the speedway as Tucker almost getting into him there. They drift up the track, a little bit of a push in that double knot machine as the 13 of DJ Kolanowski holds on to the race lead in that number 13 into turn 3.
13 car high in the third, number 3. Tucker down low. EJ Jones in the 3rd spot. David Blackburn holding on to that 4th and final. Transfer off of turn number 2 as we put 3 laps of 8 on the board. And we've seen a lot of race here at Volusia recently. We've seen a lot of street stock racing. Here the last time I put the 2 together because we've been watching these super late models on this racetrack a lot recently. The street stock's a little bit slower, so a little bit longer on what feels like a long time. I tell you what, Todd, after getting out of one of these late models at about 15, 16 seconds a lap, you slow down about 21 seconds. I always feel like we're on a crawl. And we do street stocks about every night, but look at these guys getting at it. Top 4, all single file up too.
Yeah, just remember, they are open setups here tonight, not the traditional fixed setups that the Gobbler has. So open setups, they're able to play with it. We were halfway home last time, by 3 to go here at the line for DJ Kolanowski. Kendall Tucker running that 2nd spot, heavy pressure from the natural one, the number 84 of EJ Jones. David Blackburn right now holding on to the 4th and final transfer spot. He's got himself a little bit of a comfort zone there, Phil, between himself and Garrett Maines.
Sure does. 16 car doing a great job holding on to position number 4. He may work the low side through turns number 3 and 4. I thought he may have a run, maybe not. TJ able to hold on. EJ Jones taking the battle to Kendall Tucker. That's for that 2nd spot, Todd. We have 2 to go on the speedway. We're going to see white flag next time around. And DJ Kolanowski may be driving away here for heat race number 1, but this race for 2nd, anything but decided right now. Tucker under assault. Here comes EJ Jones to the low side.
Definitely don't want to try it too hard, especially if we're in the top 4 right now, Phil. This will make it to the preliminary feature. If not, you go to the traditional alphabet soup there, where 4 transfer on from the D to the C to the B main to the A main. That's not where you want to be here because this is the sub feature. You got to get the top 12 of that sub feature, but off of turn number 4. Picking up heat race number 1, the Ford Entertainment Group heat race number 1, the 13 of DJ Kolanowski. Kendall Tucker going to finish up 2nd, EJ Jones 3rd. 4th is going to be David Blackburn, your 4th and final qualifier. The rest going to go to those consolation events.
Well, they're not consolations tonight, Todd. We are playing alphabet soup all night long, so if you have a struggle in your heat, that may make a long night to even get them out. We're gonna call. Well, there are consolations, but they're gonna be consolation soups here tonight. Who is gonna roll steak, guys? Hope you guys are having a great time here at the Gobbler 100. Man, loving it here. Live via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. If you guys have not yet done so, well, do us a favor. Like our links out there, let everybody know, share them around. Racing Action Evolution is hot here tonight. Full Velocity Racing Network has you covered in server number 1, and probably just about rolling off with server number 2. Our buddy Brett and the gang over at Ultimate Dirt TV will have you covered there for their qualifying rounds over there as well. So we are split to the gills. Going to be a great job here tonight. Great timing, and as heat race number 2 is about to show itself out to the speedway here for heat race number 2, presented by the Ford Entertainment Group. They will go away like this on the pole with car number 2. That is Dylan Hauser with the number 18 of Bulletproof Motorsports driver Kyle Surratt on the outside of the front row. 2nd row with the number 51, that is Brandon Proudfoot with the number 21 of Jim Revis on the outside of row number 2. Number 99 rolls off position number 5. That is Patrick Solari with the number 77 of Bob Rafferty on the outside of row number 3. Fourth row, the number 01 of Brent Thayer with the number 311, the Big Texan Justin Holt on the outside of row number 4. Rounding out our top 10 will be the number 55 of Mason Nichols. Dustin Hall joins us tonight aboard car number 574. David Wells brings car number 59 out from position number 11. Scott Dool with the number 14 rolls off from a 12th position. And I believe he's in there as a driver, but it has KT King listed in the lineup. I think KT's just out there on vacation watching us tonight here, Todd. So I believe 12 drivers out there. I don't think KT's in the race car. I'm sure he's out there enjoying what is going to be an awesome night here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. But heat race number 2, we are stacked up. They are ready to unload. Man, look at this. I think every heat race, I don't care if it's an R server tonight, I don't care if it's with Brett and the gang at UniTV, between 120 drivers, the 5-6 heat races at each. Some of the best are going to be on the display. Man, I can't imagine what the next hour is going to take us when we jump into the main server to see the names that we're going to lose this year in qualifying.
Yeah, it's going to be rather interesting here. 120 cars signed in here for the Gobbler here. The Gobbler 100, and only 12 cars will advance on the sub-feature. The IRacingIFlag green flags in the air as they race down towards turn number 1. Dylan Hauser, your race leader right now. Kyle Surratt running in that second spot. Look at the 22 machine. That is Proudfoot there. Brandon Proudfoot. There's the 22. Here comes the number 99 down to the inside, side by side for that third spot.
Got Solari's 99, drives it in deep into turn number 3 on the low side. You can see this bottleneck it up through the corner. That makes stunt the run. Bullet number 99 as they work down to the turn number 1. 1 lap in the books. The race leader off the pole there. Of course, at a great time in qualifying will be the driver. Let's see, Jim Revis here at 21 running in the third spot. It's Dylan Hauser, the number 2 car. Couldn't get my mouse up there. Couldn't get Hauser, Surratt, Proudfoot, Revis going to be your top 4. I don't think it's going to stay that way long here, Todd, because we are 2 lanes switched up. Solari's back here. He is side by side. That way, 3 wide battle behind him for 5th. We find the leg. So, who you see back there? Bobby Rafferty, 77. Justin Holtz in there. You guys really starting to mix it up, and you have to, because I don't want to be any kind of those constellations or super whatever. I want to be in the top 4 and advance out the heat.
Yeah, Proudfoot was able to out-muscle that, Phil, as you were going through that scenario. Proudfoot was able to out-muscle Kyle Surratt up on the top shelf of the Speedway to put himself into position number 2, the double deuce. And there, Brandon Proudfoot up to that second spot. Third is still Kyle Surratt, the 21 machine of Jim Revis running in the fourth and the final transfer spot. Surratt makes contact with the wall there off of the turn here down the front straightaway here into turn 1. Able to hold on. Oh, some more contact. The 77 to Bobby Rafferty gets tied up just a tad bit there with Justin Holt in the 311 and the number 99 machine there, Phil. Those guys got tangled together for a split second, but Jim Revis under heavy fire for that fourth and final transfer spot.
Sure is. Jim trying to hold on there. That's Dirt Warrior number 21 for that 4th spot, but he has his hands full because look at Justin Holt, that number 311 car down to the low side. Patrick Solari there as well. Dylan Hauser trying to run away in high time. 6 laps on the board, this time by 2 to go for the starter stand. Hauser leading Brandon Proudfoot, number 22, doing a hell of a job running for the second position. He's starting to chase down Hauser just a little bit there as they exit turn 2.
Dylan Hauser last time by 20.858 to Brandon Proudfoot's 20.869. That is just a tad bit quicker is that number 2 machine of Dylan Hauser. He's going to see the white silk off a turn and number 4. One more trip around the Volusia Speedway Park for the driver of the IRacingIFlag number 2 machine of Dylan Hauser. Proudfoot trying to do anything he can. You got the 18 to Kyle Surratt holding on to 3rd. 4th is still the 21 to Jim Revis. But Justin Holtzman peeking down to the inside off a turn at number 4. Picking up heat race the number 2. It's going to be the number 2 of Dylan Hauser. Brandon Proudfoot for 2. 3rd going to go to Kyle Surratt. Jim Revis going to get the 4th and final transfer spot there into the main event, at least the sub-main event here tonight.
Sub-main event. We have so many things to do with 2 full servers, and guys are going to transfer in, transfer out, race their way in. We move into heat race number 3 of the Gobbler 100 qualifying here over in server number 1. And this one here brought to you by the gang. I believe this is iRacing Dirt Painters on the group here for heat race. I want to make sure I got that right. Don't want to give misinformation. A lot of information. These guys did a great job. Steven, KT, Trevor, Rocky, the entire group here at Team VLR. They give us so much to kind of read. And I think I got that wrong already. So we have Jesse Erkstein Blogs, I believe he's going to be the sponsor here of Heat Race number 3. I had to make sure I had a couple of different things listed. I want to make sure I got them all in the right spreadsheet. So I'll get myself over here, Todd, I promise. But Heat Race number 3 is getting assembled trackside.
Yeah, definitely getting assembled here. Heat Race number 3, the Voiles Trucking starting lineup is going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 79. That will be Blake Murray, his dancing brother on the outside. That's Evan C. aboard the number 33 machine. Inside row at number 2 in the third starting position. That's the Full Velocity Racing Network. BladeNote.com on number 926. That is Barrett Bishop, his dancing brother on the outside. That is Bill Toomer in the number 5 machine. Inside row number 3, that's Tyler Charmy in the number 9 machine. And outside of him will be Michael McCray in the 001 machine. Inside row number 4, that's Cody Campbell aboard the number 50, and Daniel Powell aboard the number 42, rolling off in position number 8. Rolling off 9th will be Jared Murphy aboard the number 25. That's IRacingIFlag number 25, and then Jared Maupin in the number 54 machine. Hopefully I didn't slaughter that name, Phil. But Terry Joyner going to roll off in position at number 11 and the 711, and John Allensworth aboard the 09 machine going to roll off in position number 12.
You did a great job there with those names, Todd. And what the great part of this is, a lot of the unknowns, a lot of names we're seeing for the first time. So if we slaughter them, we get them wrong, do us a favor, help us out, let us know. We're all humans up here. Now you guys expect perfection and machines and nice fresh deliveries, and we can take the critics of the arrows. That's why the Full Velocity Race Network is the best of the best. We will not fold it up. I'll even talk crap back to you if I need to. I don't care what we do here, but we're going to have a great time, of course. We'll keep it lighthearted. We don't take any of this too seriously. Let's have a great time calling the action out on the racetrack, because we have $2,700 worth of purse money to race for all night long. You're going to make your way even into the A main to make a little bit more on the payout you got in. But off turn number 4, we get the IRacingIFlag.com. Green flag up in the air. Blake Murray, Evan Say are going to lead the field. Over turn over, one car around.
Yeah, a lot of contact over there, Phil. No yellow flag going to come out here in the heat races. The number 33 machine, now your race leader, Evan Say. And then you got the 926 machine of Barrett Bishop running in that second spot. Blake Murray not going away, though, without a fight. He's in that third spot.
Sure is there. I'm trying to look over here, back off the exit of turn number 2, where a couple of cars about mid-pack and kind of all come together. I think Mike McKay, the number 01, may have got the worst end of this one. Daniel Powell as well as number 42, but we keep it rolling straight. Evan Say leads. Now Barrett Bishop. Blake Murray, he is under assault, because here comes Bill Tomer, the number 5 car. He's looking to the low side.
Barrett Bishop now down to the bottom side there as we're watching the 79 and Blake Murray go to battle there for the second spot. Those guys doing a fantastic job. I tell you, looking at Evan Say, yeah, 33 machine as he pulls away. We've seen him in a couple of servers, at least I did, going around just looking at what these drivers had to offer here. And those guys were able to do it. Oh, around goes the 5 machine there. And a battle for the 4th spot there, Phil. The 5 around in a knock there. That's a tough break for the number 5 machine as he was in a transfer spot. But up front, meanwhile, still the 33 of Evan Say, Blake Murray. Then you got Barrett Bishop, Tyler Desarmy in the number 9 machine.
Sharp's there, number 8 car, that 9 car, 8 or 9 car on there, Sharp. 9 car, Tyler Sharp running in the 5th spot. Evan Say leads there with Blake Murray, Barrett Bishop. Now Cody Campbell in the number 50 finds his way up into the top 4 and maybe racing for a little bit more, because over in turn number 3 and 4, it's Ducharme, the 9 car, looking for that transfer. They're up by door-to-door off of 4.
And Ducharme right up on the top shelf of the speedway. And we see it says Cody Campbell there in the number 50, but it's actually the C11 who's duking it out down to the bottom side, catfishing it down there, per se, as they go down the back straightaway, trying to get around the number 9 for the 4th and final transfer spot, at least into the A main here for this event. Is the C11 machine trying to do everything it can on the bottom as we got 1 lap to go.
One more trip around this half mile for heat race number 3, and Evan Say has had his way with this one, leading the field by almost 1 full second into turn number 3 and 4. This race for second, then a dandy between Blake Murray and Barrett Bishop. They're going to be door-to-door off turn number 2 as Evan Say will take down the win in heat race. That's a white flag in the air for heat race number 3. So one more time around, Evan Bishop and Murray, they're going at it for second and third. It's Tyler Ducharme, the 9 car. He's cracked his way into that final transfer spot over Cody Campbell. So this one looks to almost be academic from here into the corners 3 and 4 for the final time. Give the checkers to the number 33 of Evan Say, taking down the win. Barrett Bishop, 926, holds on for second. Blake Murray grabbing third. And Tyler Ducharme is going to be going to the sub-main event here for consolation, or for server number 1, I should say, as I'm listening to a little bit of penalties coming in. Trevor doing a great job taking care of server 1. I know Steven Calavona's over to server 2. These guys, Todd, they don't get nearly enough credit for doing the great job they do in an event like this. I can hear, I don't know, you don't hear the chatter from Trevor, but hearing him communicate with the drivers, what a hell of a job. What a fine group. Does anybody do better big events like this in Team VLR?
I really wish I could hear them there, Phil. I know they do a fantastic job. We've been a part of adminning throughout the NASCAR 2003, DTR. I know you have plenty of admin skills, I should say, if you want to call them that. But over the years, you should know what a good admin is here. Heat race number 4 getting ready to come underway there, Phil.
Yeah, Heat race number 4 brought to you by Super Moon Graphics. On the pole is going to be car number 27 of Joel Berkeley. The number 69 alongside a guy who has been on fire in the Street Stock Silver Bosses on third. That is Corey Whitworth. In row number 2 with car number 52. That is James Edens. And alongside, returning to sim racing in a big way at number 56, that is Dustin Sizemore. In row number 3, the number 57 car is Jeremy Capron. And alongside Jeremy in the number 53, Jesse Enterkin rolls off. That YouTube vlogger himself alongside in car number 53. Fourth row, the number 74 is Blake Brown with James Grace. And the number 269 rolling off 8th. Brett rolls car number 17 out for position number 9. Jared Brigant, so the number 41, making up the balance of our top 10 in our 6th and final row. Tabitha Snell aboard car number 32. And Tubbs Charlie Milner with the 138 Milner Media Production Design car. He is out there at 12 cars, Todd, as we talk about only the top 4. Only 4 come out of this 8-lap heat race number 4. They in the back straightaway. The engines are kind of cool, a little slow. They're crawling to the corner. What are they thinking approaching their trek at 8 laps around this Volusia Speedway?
Definitely, they've seen the other heat races do what they can there, but it looks like the leader's able to get out there rather quickly there, Phil. So we'll see what's going to happen here. Whitworth has been on fire as of late in the number 30. As the iRacingIFlag green flag comes out over the field. And again, it is the number 27 machine of Joel Berkeley leading the charge into 1.
Leading down to 1 there, Berkeley. But yeah, I'm watching that Corey Whitworth car. He's been on a tear. So now at 30 on the side of that thing, all these numbers and whatever particular server not adding up. I'm refreshing Trading Paint, so you have as well, trying to see if anything updates. But looks like a couple of team cars running together off of turn number 4. Racing at the line. You're going to go to Berkeley's number 27. You got Whitworth there for 2. Edens. And Dustin Sizemore. That guy's done a lot of following here recently. Look at Sizemore at 56. He's going to run in the 4th spot over at turn 3. Side by side for the race lead off of turn number 4. Berkeley going to hold on, but for how long? Because he's got one of the best and the brightest behind him racing hard, and that is Corey Whitworth there. James Edens also in the number 52. He'll slide to the low side. Edens versus Whitworth. That's for the runner-up spot, but now we be a 3-way dance as we're going to go triple file, 3 wide. Whitworth to the bottom off of 4. Certainly is. Enterkin there in the 53 is really making it happen there, as is James Grace at 269. James has that thing rolling in the right direction as well. That's good. You guys have to get after it. You want to make your way into a top 4. That top 3, they've been kind of consistent up front there with Berkeley, Whitworth, and Edens. But the drama sits back here for this 4th and final transfer. Sizemore is there. Enterkin is there. Grace, Brett rolls. Jeremy Capron. That's a pretty loaded for Bear. Back part of the top 10, but they're on the outside looking in currently. Oh, man. Corey. Nope. Mine are worse. Yeah, and I'll tell you, mine are worse. But I can tell you, margin of victory, Todd, .022 for Corey Whitworth over Joel Berkeley. James Edens, Dustin Sizemore holds on to the final transfer. The rest of the group will go on off into our alphabet soup consolation rounds. That'll be following us here through Heat Race number 5, presenting itself now out onto the racing surface. And as I try to get through one of the multiple sheets I have over here tonight, so these guys flood me with information. One guy, too many screens, a lot to read, a lot of browsers open. Let me click the right window here. That one, Heat Race number 5, is brought to you by Southern Dirt Racing Series and, of course, our buddy Charlie Miller, Old Tubbs. Southern Dirt Racing Series, covered them on a Monday night. Hope we're going to do so again soon. Check those guys out over on Facebook. Join them in iRacing, and let's do Heat Race number 5.
Heat Race number 5 brought to you by Voiles Trucking, the starting lineup that is starting on the pole, driving the number 80 machine here tonight, the D1RT number 80. That's Dylan Wilson. His dancing partner to the outside, that's Howard Weaver aboard the number 07 machine. Inside row number 2, that'll be Davin Cardwell aboard the Double Deuce, and his dancing partner outside driving the number 28. That'll be Bailey Hipp. Inside row number 3, that'll be Braden Richards aboard the number 11 machine, and Kyle Moyer rolls off in position number 6. Rolling off 7th will be Dylan D. Thomas aboard the number 2, and Eric Eichstead, the Voodoo Child, the BladeNote.com number 12 machine, rolling off in position number 8. Rolling off 9th will be Jadram Beam aboard the number 31, and Steve Redunes aboard the number 78, rolling off in position number 10. Rolling off 11th will be Kevin Forcier aboard the 967, and Anthony Reiners aboard the 81 machine, Phil, rolling off in position number 12. We called for 12 cars. We have all 12 cars out there for Heat Race number 5.
Tony Reiner, a guy, the number 81, I have raced with for a long time here, including us recently here in the NR 2003 community. So cool to see him out here trying his hand on the dirt tonight in iRacing with Team VLR. The Goblin 100 Heat Race number 5 is underway. Dylan Wilson, Howard Weaver, Tavin Cardwell, Bailey Hipp. Is this really a street stock race? It sure as hell is. We're racing for the lead off turn 4.
Yeah, definitely racing for the lead right now. The number 80 machine has the lead. That is Dylan Wilson. Howard Weaver running in that second spot. He's coming under fire, though, from the 07 machine of Davin Cardwell. The pair of 07s going to battle, going lockstack battle down the back straightaway there, Phil. Side by side for that second spot. Meanwhile, 3 wide racing. There is Bailey Hipp way down to the bottom side, I believe. No, in the middle there. It looks like another car right there directly behind him, or below him, trying to bang on the door just a tad bit, trying to wrestle himself in. Kyle Moyer right now holding on to the 4th and final transfer, but there's a whole gaggle of cars right there.
Well, there sure is, and Kyle doing a hell of a job around the outside lane.
Oh, Braden Richards around.
28 there. Braden Richards around in the 011. Him and Dylan Thomas back there racing hard. Where Braden may have just gone up in smoke there through the middle of turns number 3 and 4 as we go halfway home next time around. And this is in full of action like I kind of figured it would. Dylan Wilson, Howard Weaver, Davin Cardwell. The drama is back here for the 4th spot. Kyle Moyer, a guy who's put really good runs together recently here on the network. He holds off of Bailey Hipp, who Bailey, we've seen him time and time again. That's a good race up there. Look at Moyer give it to Weaver now over turn 1.
Yeah, Moyer down to the bottom side. That is the 07 machine, actually, of Davin Cardwell there, Phil. And a couple of 07s out there. I can see where that gets confusing. As Moyer down to the bottom, trying to get around Davin Cardwell. Here comes, again, Bailey Hipp, way down to the bottom in that number 28 machine, trying to make something happen. They're going to have 3 laps to remain to try to decide the top 4 positions to go on to the preliminary, I should say, a feature event here. But you're going to have the consolation events, the D, the C, and the B main before the A main here this evening. But Dylan Wilson has led all the laps so far here. He's coming up on lap traffic there. Lap traffic a little bit out of shape in front of him, but Wilson 2 to go.
2 to go for that number 80 car up front. Dylan Wilson as he exits turn number 2. Going to use the outside lane around the lap traffic. Howard Weaver will follow suit down low. Now can this lap traffic get out of the way, because we have a good race going on for 3rd between Cardwell's number 07 there. You got Kyle Boyle and 111 right there as well. Those guys in transfers do not count out that Bailey Hipp number 28. I've seen Bailey do a lot of weird and great things before. And Dylan Thomas in the 02, he's not too far on the outside looking in as they hit turn 3.
Yeah, down into turn 3 for the final time, and off of turn number 4, the D1RT number 80 machine going to take down the victory here in Heat Race number 5, the Southern Dirt Series Heat Race number 5. Second going to go to Howard Weaver. Davin Cardwell going to finish up in that third spot. And Kyle Moyer going to be your fourth and final guy to transfer on to the A main before these consolation events get ready to fire, Phil.
I'm going to tell you what, I am dang proud of a guy like Kyle Moyer. Puts himself in the triple one there in that fourth and final transfer heat race number 5. So 4 times 5, Todd, that tells me we put 20 into the sub-feature main event here. Now we are going to roll our way into the D main. D main for server number 1. And D main here, I believe we had lost my sheet. Got a sponsor here with D main, Todd. Let me see if I can't locate it. Maybe you got it quicker.
I don't have a sponsor of the D main there, Phil. We're just going to call it Full Velocity Racing Network D main.
Hey, I like that one.
Yeah, we're going to call it Full Velocity Racing Network D main. As things been going on here. I tell you, it's going to go away like this, Phil, and only 4 transfer on, and that's going to be transferring on to the C main, so they're going to start at the rear of the C main. So if you start here, you're going to have to really reel it to get it in there, and it's a long way to hoe. So starting on the pole, driving the number 11 machine, that'll be Braden Richards. Eric Hillard aboard the number 11, rolling off in position number 2. Rolling off inside row number 2 in the 574, that'll be Dustin Hall and Michael McGarney, the 001, going to roll off in position number 4. Charlie Milner aboard the 138, rolling off in position number 6. And Anthony Reiners aboard the number 81, going to roll off in position number 6. Rolling off 7th to be Ryan Stillwell aboard the number 10 machine, and Scott Duell aboard the number 14, going to roll off in position number 8. Rolling off 9th to be Bill Toomer aboard the number 5 machine, and Blake Brown aboard the number 74, rolling off 10th. Rolling off 11th will be the number 31 of Chad Rod Beam, and outside him the number 14 of J.D. Brown. And obviously says shotgun on the field, KT King. We know he's on vacation. He's not here.
Yeah.
He's not.
We all want to be KT today.
Yeah.
We really do.
But
hey, you know what? I'm glad he's in there watching. I'm glad he's having a good time out there. I'm glad he's I hope he's enjoying the racing. If I'm out there out of the country enjoying a good time, I'm not sure I want to be out there sitting in the chair watching sim racing. But hey, KT, we love you, brother. Thanks for the support you give all of us over here at TVLR, the Full Velocity Racing Network, and of course Brett over there, the gang on UDTV covering it up in server number 2. And how about our buddy from Pit Pass, Katie Dugas, is out there. She's in the YouTube chat for us. I know she's monitoring back and forth. She's running up the logs. She's going to have a great run up top. She has this event covered from one end, backwards, sideways. That girl there, Katie Dugas, is a lightning rod, bombshell, if you would. She's got a lot of cool things happening. Great work from her. So I want to make sure she gets her credit covering this awesome event on the media end of things as well. But off of turn number 4, what do you say we go to the IRacingIFlag, green flag up in the air. Braden Richards leads the D main over to turn 1.
Yeah, leading the D main down into turn number 1 and off of turn number 2, the 11 of Braden Richards leading the charge down here in the back straightaway. Right over, looks like the 574 of Dustin Hall. Remember the top 4 transfer on to the C main here tonight. They'll start at the tail end of that. There's 10 laps is the distance here. Going to be 9 now to go here, Phil. But it is going to be rather difficult to do what these guys are starting to do.
Oh, it really is. And said you're going to come for the D. The letter A seems like so far away. It makes me kind of want to sing along, but you're not here to listen to me sing a song, so we'll talk about race cars rolling around the Volusia Speedway Park. Now 2 laps on the board of the D main. The leader in turn 1 and 2 is Braden Richards, Dustin Hall, Eric Hilliard, Mike McKay. The number 01 is holding on, doing a good job, but he's got legs of Ryan Stillwell. And the number 74 of Blake Brown. He is charged from a 10th spot, Todd. He's up to 6th as we hit turn 4.
Blake Brown definitely trying to do something there in the 74 machine. He's definitely a fast contender in the late model division. A lot of these guys not accustomed to the street stocks there, Phil. And that's the biggest challenge, I'm going to tell you. Going from a late model to a street stock, these are less horsepower. Yeah, they may be open setups, but if you're used to a late model, it's definitely different to come down here. And you can't really swing the car like you want to. It's definitely a little bit slower, but definitely a realm where some of these guys can compete with some of the pros.
Absolutely right, and it's a cool kind of, you always come to street stock with great equalizer, and I definitely have to agree now, covering it for a couple of years, and this is kind of where the men separate themselves from the boys, if you would. You know who the pros are. You can tell they can get around in anything, but the guys who, really, stick out, guys like E.J. Jones come to mind of winning a lot of street stock races. That's where these guys really get their chance to shine against some of the greatest out there, the pro drivers. But it's Braden Richards leading the field, Dustin Hall, Eric Hilliard. This race back here, Todd, for this 4th and final transfer. Mike McClay, he's under pressure because here comes that 74 of Blake Brown, raging his way up to the top 4. Maybe that final transfer spot, but that's only to make it to the C. He's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, Blake Brown is in that 4th and final transfer spot to make himself into the C main, working over the top shelf of the speedway. Braden Richards so far has led from the green flag here in that number 11 machine as he goes across that start finish line. 3 laps will remain here in the D main as Braden Richards trying to hold off Dustin Hall. Hall right now pretty comfortable in that 2nd spot, and then you got Eric Hilliard in the number 11 machine running in that 3rd spot. Those guys pretty much grouped together. Blake Brown kind of searching around, Phil, and that might be a smart move there, holding on to that 4th spot, the 4th final transfer, just searching to see what group may be faster for that 74 machine.
And that may not be a bad idea as we hit 2 to go because, you know, this top 4 are going to race their way on into the C, and they may have kind of, you know, those guys down at the pit area, they're probably peeking over the racetrack, seeing how much transitioning. So these guys may have a little bit of an upper hand as they roll into turns number 3 and 4 here, maybe heading toward the C. Braden Richards is going to lead them at the line over Dustin Hall as we take the white flag. Eric Hilliard, Blake Brown. They look very poised, but here comes Brown to the top side. He's not content for 4th. He may look for 4 over in turn 3.
Yeah, Blake Brown definitely looking to the top side of the speedway as they come off a turn at number 4 for the final time. Picking up the main, going to belong to Braden Richards, Dustin Hall for 2, Eric Hilliard for 3, and Blake Brown moves on. The rest, Phil, their night's over.
Yeah, Mike McKay, Ryan Stillwell, Bill Toomer going to be on the list of drivers that are not going to make our way into the sub-server main event. Scott Dool is there, Welch, Chadron Bream, Charlie Miller, unfortunately also Tony Reiner, and number 81. Those drivers not going to see themselves into the C main, which is beginning to grid and assemble and form up there on pit road as we get those 4 drivers in the back part of a D in, and they join a group here, Todd, now that makes this a 17-car race for 10 laps around, where just like its predecessor in the D, only 4 cars will transfer from the C on into the B main.
Yeah, transferring on into the B main, that's going to be hard here. 12 laps will be the distance here in the C main, starting on the pole. Driving the number 77 here tonight, that is Bobby Rafferty. It is Dan Sparrow outside, driving the 711. That's Terry Joyner. Inside row number 2, the 3rd starter spot. That's the gangster. That's Jeremy Capron aboard the number 23 machine. And his dancer part of the outside, that's Kevin Forcier aboard the number 967 machine. Inside row number 3, that'll be the number 23. That's Todd Hook. And outside of him will be the 55. That's Mason Nichols. Inside row number 4, that'll be the number 42 machine. That is Daniel Powell. And Tabitha Snell aboard the number 32, going to roll off in position number 8. Rolling off 9th will be Steve Redunes aboard the number 78. Nathan Culpepper aboard the number 44, rolling off in position number 10. Rolling off 11th will be the number 59, that's David Wells. And John Allensworth aboard the 09, going to roll off in position number 12. Rolling off 13th will be Jared Grants aboard the number 41. And then we have the D-main participants. Braden Richards rolling off 14th. Rolling off 15th will be Dustin Hall. Eric Hilliard rolling off 5th, 16th. And rolling off 17th will be Blake Brown. He has to make up a lot of positions, Phil. 13 positions. Can Brown do that?
It's not impossible. 10 laps around Evolution Street Stocks. It's enough time to get it done. But as they would say, Todd, as you advance your way up through the ranks and the letters get smaller and closer to the top, well, also the competition gets faster as well. So we know Blake Brown's got a ton of talent coming out of the sea, as does Braden Richards, Dustin Hall, Eric Hilliard. Those are pretty dang good drivers in their own right, but man, they got work to do because you got the likes of Bobby Rafferty, who a Middleton, New York driver out there racing on the dirt. That's good to see. Terry Joyner, Jeremy Capron, Kevin Forcier, IRacingIFlag.com. Green flag up in the air from the C-main.
And green flag up in the air here, the C-main, the 77 of Bobby Rafferty leads the charge here. Here comes, I believe that is Jeremy Capron there. The number 23 down to the bottom side, getting around Terry Joyner. Joyner's going to get crossed up a little bit. Going to fall back to the 3rd spot. He's also going to fall back into the clutches of a hungry pack of wolves directly behind him.
Well, sure it is. You got Todd Hook there on 23. Mason Nichols, number 55. Make it happen. Well, we got a huge wreck. 1 car upside down, doing a loopy-loop and yellow flag. Yellow on the racetrack and thrown from the starter stand there. We don't do that really here, but that one justified slowing the field down. Our first Hanover Record Service yellow flag of the night. All yellow flags from the Full Velocity Racing Network, brought to you by the Hanover Record Service. So maybe allows Todd to go back real quick and give us a Full Velocity Racing Network Instant Replay, which all the replays here are brought to you by our friends over at Plano.com. Todd, take it away. Show us back there. Kevin Forcier went for a ride. I think also Eric Hilliard, maybe Mason. I think Mason Nichols also took a pretty wild tumble.
Yeah, Kevin Forcier in the number 967 machine definitely went around. I think he had a little bit of help there from Mason Nichols. Nichols went around too. Steve Redoon, the 59 machine, going for a ride. David Wells, he did a few rides. I'm going to say up in the air there. And the number 59 machine, a lot of damaged cars out of that one, Phil. So they're going to join the tail of the field. But yeah, that's definitely tough for some of those drivers that were trying to make it into the B main here tonight. Got notable that made it through there, Phil, though. Blake Brown, he's in 10th now.
Yep, Blake Brown up to 10th, but guys like Eric Hilliard, who came through the D with him, not going to be so lucky. Looks like his attempt to make the Gobbler 100 main event will going to come up short here in the C main and sub-server number 1 here tonight. With only 120 cars here, only 24 will be into the 100-lap main event, and you only can put, 55 cars over into that sub-server there for the main race server to get there. So a lot to still decide over the course of this night, but we are restacked and we are repacked. The lights go out around this half-mile Volusia Speedway Park. We turn the field back over to that number 77 of Bobby Rafferty, Jeremy Capron, Terry Joyner, Todd Hook going to make up our second row as we were getting ready to go for the restart. They have since waved that off, so going to be at least one more trip around behind the iRacing.com Chevrolet Silverado Pace truck. Daniel Powell, Tabitha Snell, Nathan Culpepper, John Allensworth, Braden Richards, and Blake Brown. Going to run out our top 10 as we're still putting guys to the rear of the field. I hear the 55 going to the rear, the 967, Kevin Forcier going to the rear of the field. So I got to give it Trevor Brownlee. He's got his hands full. Administrating one of these race servers with a lot of these Drake drivers, Todd, they all paid entry fee in. They're racing for cash and prizes and prestige. It's the Gobbler 100, damn it. We all want to be on that checker flag, don't we? Are you choking?
No, I'm choking. At least nobody can hear me choking. I have that lovely button that we can push there off air. You can still hear me. Nobody can hear me. But IRacingIFlag, green flag back out in the air here. And it is the number 77 of Bobby Rafferty trying to lead the way here in the C main. 6 laps remain, Phil. And definitely crossed up and more cars back over in turns 1 and 2. A little bit of contact over there. I think they're going to be able to keep it going, though. But some of those guys' nights may end here. There's a little bit of contact that looks like Terry Joyner getting into the side of Jeremy Capron. Capron now dropping to that 3rd spot. But a good battle going on, though, between Capron and the 7-11 of Joyner.
Yeah, that is a good door-to-door, wheel-to-wheel battle for position number 2. Now off of turn number 2 and running down on laps. Can anybody chase down that Jim Bieber Esports car number 77 of Bobby Rafferty? He's going to lead the field, and he's going to see 2 sticks down. 2 more trips around the half mile. Oh, there's 4 to go. Well, sorry, Todd. Thank you did it. 10 to... They added 2 laps to the C-main. What a screw me up.
Yeah.
Love it.
You got to pay attention to the counter there, Phil, as, C-main got 12 laps. Now we're going to get 3 to go at the line. The 77 of Bobby Rafferty, Jeremy Capron holding in that 2nd spot. Terry Joyner running 3rd. Daniel Powell right now able to get around. It looks like the number 42 machine, or the number 23 machine. Look who's in that 5th spot. Blake Brown with only 2 laps to go. Is he going to be able to transfer on here as they get those popsicle sticks in the air?
I remember, Todd, anytime it does an announcer with 3 screens open and all this great information to give, they can all do it. They can all keep track of it. You follow that fast one about 2 laps here for each, round of consolations. Well, they got me there, but this time I believe on turn number 4, I think it's safe to say Bobby Rafferty going to see the white flag from the starter stand, but he has got some pressure from behind. Jeremy Capron is there. Terry Schroeder is there. Daniel Powell holding on to that final transfer by fingernails because here comes that 74. Blake Brown going to look high for the final time up into turn 3.
Yeah, Brown definitely going to try here down into turn number 1 here. Bobby Rafferty holds on to the final. Oh, Rafferty gets crossed up, and Bobby Rafferty. Oh, is he going to hang on? No, he is going to hang on just barely, Phil, to 4th. Bobby Rafferty. Blake Brown's going to make it in. The guy that does not make it in, Phil, the 32 machine, who was actually the 42 machine, who actually was holding on there, Phil, does not make it in.
Daniel Powell, unfortunately, I've been the outside looking in there, as well as Todd Hook, Tabitha Snell, John Ellsworth, Jared Bergantz, Mason Nichols, David
Jeremy
Wells.
Capron.
But yeah, how in the world did Jeremy Capron pull off the win there in the C main? Well, he did just that, and he's going to join the ranks of the drivers going off into the B main. So I'll call the stream out there again. You all enjoying the show? Does it get better than this? We're only still in qualifying for the server number 1 here, live on the Full Velocity Racing Network, unequivocally your source in the heavyweight champion of the world of the online sim racing broadcast with Todd Stanton, Phil Lacasse here. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. We are almost airtime for the preliminary sub-feature here, Todd. Who's going to make it into the main serve for the Gobbler 100? Well, we're not too far away from finding out, because we have 20 drivers now out for the B main. 14 laps around, Phil. Yes, they added 2 more. 14 laps. It's a weird number, but it's called 14. 20 drivers, Todd, who are going to be the last 4 on into the Sub-A feature.
Yeah, to the Sub-A feature, which they take 12 from, to the Gobbler 100 that will be here, broadcasted on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Starting on the pole here for the B main here at the Volusia Speedway Park. That is Garrett Maines aboard the number 83. His Dancer Brothers outside. That's Justin Holt aboard the number 311. Inside row number 2, that'll be Cody Campbell aboard the number 50 machine, and Jesse Urchin in the number 53 machine. Rolling off in position, the number 4. Rolling off 5th will be Billy Hip aboard the number 28, and Jed Barton aboard the number 15, rolling off in position, number 6. Rolling out 7th will be Patrick Serrari aboard the number 99 machine, and Jarrett Murphy aboard the number 25, the iRacingIFlag, number 25, rolling off in position, number 8. Rolling off 9th will be James Grace aboard the number 269, and Dylan Thomas aboard the number 2, rolling off 10th. Rolling off 11th will be Shad Prescott aboard the number 49, and Brendan Fear aboard the 01, rolling off 12th. Rolling off 13th will be Jared Maupin aboard the number 54, and Brett Rolls, the Tennessee Tumbler, in 14th. Rolling off 15th will be Eric Eichstead aboard the number 12 machine, and Tyler Jackson aboard the number 8, rolling off 16th. Rolling off 17th will be Jeremy Capron aboard the number 23, Terry Joyner aboard the 711, and then you got Blake Brown, Bobby Rafferty, round out your field here for the B main. 14 laps will be the distance here. The iRacing.com pace truck pulls down in. iRacingIFlag, green flags in the air, and already contact at the front of the field, Phil.
Sure are. They are stacked up over turn number 1 and 2. More, a couple of cars together. Somebody around. Oh, my goodness. That may take out a couple of drivers in the front, as that's going to notably put Trevor under the gun here. Yellow flag out on the speedway. Yellow, right in the opening lap here of heat race. Or not the B main. The B main. The last chance for these drivers to get into the 30-lap sub-feature here tonight that make up this awesome preliminary round for the Gobbler 100. And right away, things happening over turn number 1 and 2. What I can tell, Todd, listening by the chatter and the race chatter here, and the guys that are going home that are trying to drive their guts out, not making it. There are some guys really on edge right now. They are driving hard, and I think Cody Campbell's over 50 may have got the short end of this one here.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at Cody Campbell, and Campbell in the C11 machine had a little bit of contact. I'm not sure. That was Bailey Hip getting into the side of him, and around goes Cody Campbell and collects a bunch of cars into that fray. Even Blake Brown does a nice little wheelie through that whole thing. And 12 of Eric Eichstead involved also, Phil. Shad Prescott also involved there. Definitely not what these guys wanted to be, but yeah, the C11 definitely had a little bit of help see there, Cody Campbell.
Helpsy. I like that one, a Helpsy. But yeah, unfortunately, it looks like Bailey Hip going to go to the end of the longest line for this one as well with the initial contact. And I'm going to tell you what, Todd, I give guys like Trevor and Howard and Steven and KT and all the gang over here at Team VLR, I give them all the credit in the world, because you know the emotions that come out in one of these big races. You've got guys driving their guts out, a lot of pride, a lot of prestige. Can we say maybe egomaniacal race car drivers sometimes? I mean, you got a lot of Ben feelings out there. I hear some of the chatter going back and forth that you go to a race sometimes and a complete argument breaks out. And you feel bad because when you're in the chair doing the best you can do, we're only human beings. We can only do so much.
Yeah, I definitely agree, Phil. It's just something that happens.
I hate to be mean about it.
It happens in racing. I mean, I'm a tech inspector. I know how it is to be in a chair. Definitely know how to be in a chair. I've took wins away from people. Phil, and that's $700 that they just don't have anymore. So definitely these guys racing for 500 big ones here tonight. The iRacingIFlag green flags back out in the air. And we're going to see how this is going, Dan, how this is going to play out here. 4 cars will transfer on to the A main.
Well, and Jesse Erdikin is going to bring the field here.
More contact.
We have more carnage. in turns number 1 and 2. Let's see if this one's going to bring the yellow out. Let's go in so far. Looks like this one may stay.
Around goes the leader.
We've got more around, and we have a new race leader up front. At the start-finish line is going to be number 53 of Jesse Erdican. Going to lead the field. Look at Brett Rolls, the Tennessee Tumbler, our boy from the Full Velocity Racing Network. That can't be all Rolls up there in second, is it?
It is. Brett Rolls now falling back to that third spot now, Phil. Another guy making it up through the field, Bobby Rafferty. That's how much the carnage has happened here at the B-Main. That's how hard these guys want to get into the A-Main. A lot of contact going on. I'm sure there's bad feelings. I'm sure there's people yelling at each other. Well, that happens in racing, good old-fashioned racing. But I tell you what, Bobby Rafferty right now running in that fourth spot, Phil. He was transferring on from the C-Main. We'll see what happens there. Shad Prescott doing a fantastic job up to sixth. And then you got Jeremy Capron now battling it out there for the sixth spot.
Sure is, and I've been watching those three fellas as well come up through the field. And Jeremy Capron, Shad Prescott, Bobby Rafferty, they've been giving a ride. It is a thousand from the back of the field right now. Capron door to door with the Brent Fayer number 01 as we hit turn number 3 and 4. But it is Jesse Erdican, the number 53, leading the field over Justin Holt. They have walked away. It's this race back here for third on back that has all the drama. Rafferty and Rolls. Fayer on the outside looking in. Shad Prescott, Jeremy Capron. Only 4 of these guys since transfer out of the A-Main. I guess we've got a lot to figure out because this time by, we're going to be 9 laps complete.
5 laps remaining this time by. Jesse Urchin to put number 53 machine running away. Justin Holt. Those guys pretty comfortable, Phil. Bobby Rafferty, Brett Rolls, not so comfortable. There's a hungry pack of wolves now that have gone up to the rear end of those guys. And Shad Prescott, you got Brett Fayer right there. Jeremy Capron, those guys all right there digging. The 17R Brett Rolls drifts way up the track into no man's land. He's going to lose the final transfer spot.
Holy smokes, it is getting after it here as we hit 2 to go. We head out of turn number 1 and 2. I see the chat box has come to life watching the you guys are feeling it just with us. This is a great time. Pop a cold one open. I love it. Erdican going to lead the field over Holt, Rafferty, Fayer, Prescott, Rolls. That's going to be door to door off turn number 4. White flag in the air. Who's going to transfer out?
White flag in the air, and we know Jesse Urchin and Justin Hall away from this field, so we're going to keep with Bobby Rafferty. Shad Prescott now up to the 4th spot. Let's see if Shad Prescott can hold on. Some more contact going on over here. We're going to see it down through turn number 3. We're going to have 2 laps to go here at the line. These guys have fantastic battle. 3 wide.
3 wide up turn number 4 at the line. Holy smokes there. Wow, I saw Rafferty getting really close there. But you got to stay her in the middle. Capron is there. Shad Prescott. 4 cars coming together about as close as you possibly can. Racing for third on back. Erdican and Holt, they have left the field. This is where the fun sits. Third, 4th on
White
back.
flag.
The top 4 go in. White flag now over the field here. 14 lap B-Main. And they are doing one hell of a job. But we're door to door off at 2. Who's going to be the 4 guys transfer in? We know 2 of them. Who's going to be those last 2? We're in turn 3.
Yeah, down into turn number 3. We know the top 2 there. Jesse Urchin, Justin Hall. And Jeremy Capron goes around over there in the knot. It's going to be Bobby Rafferty going to take down 3rd. And then Brett Fayer aboard the 01 machine going to make it into the A-Main, Phil. A lot of good cars going home here. Shad Prescott, Jeremy Capron, Blake Brown. Man, oh man, a list of names here.
Dylan Thomas, Brett Rolls,
Murphy.
Jed Barton, Jarrett Murphy. I mean, that's some of the best of the best that Sim's got to offer right there. All going to come up short of what is going to be a sub-feature A, 30 laps around. Going to be the distance. I believe they're going to get a couple of minutes here to run this racetrack in, so that's going to allow us here. I don't know about you, Todd. I could usually use a second here to catch my breath and enjoy some of the sights and sounds here. What is going to be a brief warm-up here for the Volusia Speedway Park Gobbler 100 Server 1 sub-main feature coming up next.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Alright, we are back here live. Preliminary rounds for the Gobbler 100. We are in Server 1, the 30-lap sub-feature, about to take its way trackside. Todd, is only 30 laps around, and the top 12 will transfer out into the Gobbler 100 main server. You gotta get here out of this. 24 cars, only 12 will go. Who are those Super 12 going to be? Let's take a walk through our starting lineup presented by Boyles Trucking. Number 2 on the inside. Apologize there. I'm trying to work off screen. Aboard car number 33 is Evan Sane. Alongside the number 30 is Corey Whitworth. Braden Proudfoot starts off number 51 car for position number 7, and alongside the number 926 Bulletproof Motorsports machine. That is Barrett Bishop rolling off 8th. Rolling off 11th aboard the number 84, E.J. Jones, and alongside the number 18, welcome back, Kyle Surratt. David Cardwell rolls the 07 off tonight for position number 15, with David Blackburn, the number 16, rolling off position 16. Dustin Sizemore rolls off 19th, the number 56. Kyle Moyer rolls off 20 in the 111. And our final row tonight, aboard the number 77, is Bobby Rafferty with the number 01. Brent Faher, 24 cars around, only top 12 will transfer, and we only got 30 laps to get it done. Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for one of the wildest thrill rides you are ever going to have for the Gobbler 100. Server number 1 sub-feature event is about to go great. Flag racing. They're stacked up in number 3 and 4. Kilinowski, Dylan Hauser, Evan Say, Corey Whitworth, Dylan Wilson, Kendall Tucker, Brandon Bradfoot, Barrett Bishop, our first 4 rows. IRacingIFlag.com, great flag up in the air. Wide off number 4. Let the pictures tell all the story here. Say, Whitworth, Tucker, Wilson. Look at Dylan Wilson, the 80 car, throwing a Hail Mary. We got more contact cars around. A yellow flag on the speedway. This one's going to collect up some pretty dang fast ones on turn 2.
Or Kyle Serrata involved, excuse me. A lot of contact going on out there. Is my voice not activating right now?
Mike not hot, Todd. Mike not hot. Try again.
It is hot now. Definitely hot now. Definitely.
All right. Well, we like you got a hot mic. I tell you what, you're doing.
My microphone keeps cutting out.
Yeah, kind of weird. That's an off night for you, but you're doing a great job describing what happened there back on the replay and through the beauty of modern technology. Well, somehow I was the only one hearing that great soliloquy there. I think maybe Jeff was and Jack was, guys that are joining us up here, hanging out in the race room with us. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, Todd, we got you back. And tell Gomer to leave the microphone alone. We don't even need the alien abduction out of you tonight. It's the last thing I need.
It had nothing to do with the alien abduction. It just has something to do with the cord here tonight, just pulling it out. I've seen that happen before. So, guys, definitely going to have to rearrange my office just like you, Phil.
We're rearranging for sure, for sure. We'll call Todd's microphone is that the Full Velocity Hard Luck Award tonight? We're going to hope now. Let's hope that thing stays with us all.
The Hard Luck Award definitely going to the 13th guy in the server tonight. So.
Oh, well, yeah. If there was a guy who could finish 13th in one of these things, it'd be the bridesmaid. It'd probably be one of us two. So gladly we're up here in the chair tonight, having a great time. But out here for sub-feature event number 1 tonight. The winner is getting sponsored by the Wall Tap Graphics, sponsoring tonight's A-Main winner. Their $20 sponsorship to the winner of this evening's event. Who is going to be up to number 4 as we go back to racing? Kilinowski, Hauser, Wilson, Whitworth, Kendall Tucker, your top 5 as we exit turn 2.
Yeah, almost 3 wide there for the top spot once again. But DJ Kilinowski down to the bottom side there. The number 13 machine, a good side-by-side battle with Dylan Hauser. Here comes the 80 way up on the top shelf of the speedway. That is Dylan Wilson trying to do something there. As it is Wilson, then you got Whitworth, Tucker, Say. Then you got Weaver, Bishop, Jones, Edens. And then you look back to Blake Murray there holding on to the 12th and final transfer spot. Definitely a gaggle of cars going on right now, Phil. Only 30 laps to decide this one, so you don't want to make a lot of contact with these guys. Oh, more contact than 33 almost around.
Yeah, a couple of cars got together. Evan Say got to the side of somebody, almost sent somebody for quite the ride there. Mid back lead to 33. May have got turned around back there, somehow kept it going. Is that Watt up front for about the top 12 spots has now split down to about equal 5 off of turn number 4. So let's see who's going to win the race off the corner. Hauser is there, Kilinowski. Dylan Wilson is charged up in there. Kendall Tucker, Corey Whitworth, the number 30. He's had a good run. And don't count out. Look at old Howard Weaver, the 07 guy who says, you know what? I'm going to race once a month and probably still be better than all you doing it, you know. Love a guy like Weaver, that flamboyance out there. The 07 car is up to 6th. So far, doesn't look too shabby here, top 10 laps in.
Yeah, definitely holding on there as Howard Weaver is trying to make the gobbler. He would like to add this to his echelon of wins, I do believe there. And the IRacingIFlag number 07 machine. Man, the gaggle of cars up front, though, Phil. Dylan Hauser, the 13, and DJ Kilinowski, the 80 machine right there, too. Dylan Wilson, the 30, Corey Whitworth, who got to sponsor his way in here. Is the yellow flag going to come out? But, man, that gaggle of cars right there was racing hard, and there was inches to spare.
They really was. They were doing a heck of a job, and a couple of cars may have come together through the middle of turns number 3 and 4. Second, Hanover Record Service caution flag of sub-feature event number 1 over here in server number 1. We'll get Todd to work with a quick finger click there at thebladeknow.com. Full velocity history play. Show us what happened here. Put us in our second yellow flag of this one. I'm going to take the guess. It's a guess that I included the Joe Beckley, number 27. I may be wrong, but Berkeley, so I believe it may be Berkeley.
Yeah, definitely Berkeley there, Phil. Number 27, all by himself. He just drove it in pretty hard. You know, you want to do that because you want to get up towards the front. Yeah, all by a selfie. The number 27 of Joe Berkeley. Around in a knot. Man, going to have to join the tail in the field. Tail end Charlie for the number 27 there. 24th position. So we still have all 24 cars out there running, Phil. 18 laps remain.
It's a special occasion here, but Joe Berkeley wanted some TV time on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Probably not the way he wanted it. Pull out the selfie stick. Joe, the gang, everybody say, hey. Joe Berkeley, Full Velocity selfie stick goes to you, and it looks like from the back of the field and right off the racetrack. Didn't want the embarrassment of Leshier with that selfie no more. Tough break there. Joe's having a good night.
Exit stage lap for the number 27 of Joe Berkeley, unfortunately. Going to be our first casualty here of the A main here. 12 cars. Right now, you take a look at it. We'll do a quick qualifying drop down, Phil. Just so these are not qualifying, the running order drop down, excuse me, is going down through, just watching these guys, and you can see where 12th place is right now. I'm not sure why it's doing that, so we'll restart that again. It's just like trading pace, have to restart it every once in a while. So right now, 12th, held by Jesse Erkin aboard the number 53, Phil. So, man, that's different there. As 12th from the B main, so good run for the 53 up through that field.
That certainly is. Doing a great job there. That 53 car is and really worked his way through a lot of track there. Jesse Erkin doing really good, running to 13th, but he wants to be in that top 12 as the field is doubled up. I think we're going to go back to green flag racing this time. Yes, we are. IRacingIFlag.com. Green flag in here as we begin lap number 15. DJ Kolanowski. Dylan Hauser lead the field off turn 2.
Yeah, oh, there goes the 2 around over there. Man, gaggle the cars. You get 3, 4 wide, Phil, into turn number 3. Woo! Oh, Whitworth around.
Leroy Jenkins up, went wrong.
That was Leroy Jenkins.
Flags out. We were going to go for a full send right there. Full send, half a send. Well, how about fail send? Yellow flag on the racetrack, third time, lap number 16. And was that Corey Whitworth's car around it or not over there right in the middle of the field? What in the world happened to Corey?
Yeah, Corey Whitworth definitely going around in the wrong end of the stick there. And it looks like, oh man, he just got loose. I don't know if anybody contacted him though, Phil, as those guys get around. And we're going to take a look here. It could be good old netcode, but I don't think so. Oh, maybe Howard Weaver tagged him just a tad bit, maybe. That was close. That was close. I can't call that either way. A lot of carnage happening in behind him again. Kyle Surratt, catwalking down the straightaway. Yeah, that's not good.
Catwalking?
Yeah, catwalking they call it. When your rear end's busted and you're going sideways down the straightaway, it's catwalking.
Thought that was Phil trying to get to the bathroom at 11:30 after a broadcast. Catwalking. We'll remember that one. I'm not sure what we're going to call that one, but hey, that's only the good stuff you pick up here from the Full Velocity Racing Network. That's why you get the likes of Phil and Todd. Does anybody do this better? Do you have more of a good time? Hope a lot of the laps are there. I think Jeff is probably stuck with the toothpicks in his ear. How did I get affiliated with these guys? We love Jeff Brown. We bust balls with him, of course. I think he likes us. I think. We'll have to wait and see at the end of the night how much of a bad name we give him. But hey, that's what you get for when you sign up with us here at the Full Velocity Race Network. You're going to have a good time. You're going to get it to you straight. We're going to have some fun. We're going to throw the personality out there with it, but it looks like we are ready to go back to racing, as Trevor doing a great job. I'll tell you what, sim racers, guys, you gotta lay off the admins. They're making calls on a fly. Everybody's a little bit amped up. We're only humans, guys. Stop crapping all over them. Trevor Brownlee doing a terrific job over here in server number 1. I'm sure Stephen and the gang have server number 2 all under wraps as well as we go back to it. Green flag racing, 18 laps in the air. DJ Kolanowski, now Kendall Tucker lead the field off the turn 2.
Yeah, it's DJ Kolanowski already down the back straightaway there, Phil, is looking up through my sponsor list. It's definitely not changing for me. But Kolanowski down to the bottom side as we got 11 laps to go. Kendall Tucker now challenging for the top spot on the middle groove there. The iRacingIFlag numbers 00 machine trying to go for the race lead. as here comes Dylan Hauser, too, way down to the bottom, and Howard Weaver right there, too, as these guys all kind of a ruckus here. Is 3 wide for the second spot.
The 3 wide for second. They're about 4 and 5 wide back there around that transfer. Man, I don't care where you put the camera right now. There's probably going to be some kind of excitement around it. I'm going to call all the cars. The best I can do is the dust is flying. We got smoke out there. We got smoke out the driver's helmets. We got a lot going on here at Volusia with only 10 laps to remain in this one. 21 going to be complete. This time off turn number 4, looks like Kendall Tucker is going to win the scramble off of turn number 4 to lead lap number 21. Evan Say now up to second. DJ Kodowski, Howard Weaver, Dylan Hauser, Dylan Wilson. How about on EJ Jones, 84 car? EJ's up in the top 7 and looking for more over in turn 3.
Yeah, EJ Jones definitely looking to try to get himself up there. Is the 84 definitely pretty quick here tonight. The Cedar Cove number 84 machine is he's seeing 3 wide right there directly in front of him. As man, contact could happen, and man, this could wipe out the whole field, Phil, if something happens right here. So hopefully these guys keep it straight. As a little bit of the contact, full fender frenzy at its finest here tonight.
Sure is. And I'm sure hoping EJ's got the grill working after the race tonight. I hope he's in the Fireball cake. I'm sure he got the big.
Oh, he's in the Fireball.
Oh, we've been a while since we throw down with EJ Jones. Doing a great job. Hope he keeps that car rolling in the right direction. He's got James Evans underneath him, giving him a good battle with the top. This race for second. Kendall Tucker is making that car about 4 lengths wide off the corner. That's how much that guy's got speed in that car. Kodowski there. Evan Say is there. You got Howard Weaver, Dylan Wilson, Dylan Hauser. I mean, I keep reminding myself, this is street stocks, right? These are guys we see the pros, the late models, and the modifieds, full fettered frenzy street stocks. Look at this. Some of the best.
Kendall Tucker around!
No! Kendall Tucker around in turn number 3 and 4. Didn't think he had help there. What in the world happened? Till double zero, did he maybe have a little help over there? I'll let Todd go back and tell the story, as they all will. With a BladeNode.com. Full Velocity is the replay, and all replays of the network presented by BladeNode.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds, web hosting, VPS server, dedicated server. Looking no further than Sam and Vlad and all the gang over at BladeNode.com. And we have number 00 of Kendall Tucker around, and I think he may have had some help from, was that Evan Say, that's 33, that may have gotten the back of. Oh, that's tough.
Evan Say getting into the back of him there, just had a whale of a run, and I think he just misjudged his the left front of his nose there, got into the back of Kendall Tucker. Tucker going around, unfortunately, in a knot, as DJ Kalinowski now your race leader once again, but I believe Evan Say now going to exit stage left, unfortunately, there for the 33 machine. So tough break for him. Corey Whitworth, Phil, also laps down, also had to pull it in there after wreck there, after a great run for him. Going to end his night. He's been on fire as of late tonight. Not going to make the Gobbler. Made the pre-show here, I should say, but not going to make the Gobbler here tonight. 12 cars make it in, guys. So right now, Davin Cardwell, your 12th and final qualifier, as we're getting ready for a green-white checkered finish.
Sure are. Yeah, we talked about that pre-race show. It was a lot of fun. Go back and take a listen to that. If you're going to go back and relive the moments here, all the anticipation for the Gobbler 100. We had a lot of fun with that. They even gave me a ticket to the pre-race show. I didn't know I was that exclusive, man, to get that job. That was pretty cool right there to talk to all the gang. We had Brett Wheeler from UDTV, Katie Dugas from the Pit Pass in as well. Rocky Patfield was there moderating. We had Trevor and Steven administrating this great event. Jeff Brown, of course, title sponsor, IRacingIFlag.com. He was up there. He's hanging out in the booth with us all night long as well. But green, white, checker attempt, I believe number 1. No, there's still in regulation here. 28 laps now complete. Kolanowski now, Howard Weaver. That's our top 2 off turn 2.
Yeah, Howard Weaver running in that second spot. Third is Dylan Hauser, Dylan Wilson for that 4th spot. They come down into turn at number 3 and off of turn number 4, the White Silk. Going to go out over the air. There for DJ Kalinowski aboard the number 13 machine. Can he hang on and win this one? Howard Weaver now trying to the top shelf of the speedway. Here comes Dylan Hauser also. The number 80 right there too. Wilson. Let's see how this is going to end down the back straightaway. Weaver way up on the top shelf of the speedway trying to take this one away from DJ Kalinowski. Off a turn at number 4 drag race. Here's going to happen to the start finish line. Who's it going to be at the line? It's going to be Howard Weaver taking down the victory, I do believe. Howard Weaver. I had Howard Weaver. Oh, no. See, my eyes fail me again. It's going to be DJ Kalinowski.
007.
I had Howard Weaver. By my cameras, I had Howard Weaver. I think we need to go to like instant replay like quickly.
Do it.
I think IRacingIFlag.
007.
Yeah.
DJ Kolonowski over Howard. You don't get closer than that.
My eyes fail me. My eyes fail me.
I seen it too. I thought Weaver. Timing and scoring said different. Maybe there's a goofy transponder guys. You know those transponder guys in the pits? They're shady sometimes.
Yeah, they definitely are. You're right. They definitely are kind of shady. Let's take a look here.
Replay's gonna be awesome, dude. I'm watching it. Oh my, what a race right there. And what we lose and all that is we gotta take a look. We got Dylan Hauser gonna finish up third, Dylan Wilson fourth, EJ Jones fifth, James Edens, Barrett Bishop, Blake Murray, Justin Holt, Bobby Rafferty, Kyle Moyer, Davin Cardwell making the main event. On the outside looking in include Brett Faher. He's gonna get the full velocity Hard Luck Award tonight in the 01. Tyler Ducharme going to finish up 14th. David Blackburn, Braden Proudfoot, Jim Revis, Dustin Sizemore, Kendall Tucker, Jesse Erdekin, Evan Say, Corey Whitworth going to be on the list. Kyle Surratt and Joel Berkeley all do not make the main server for the Gobbler 100. So we know 12 names going to be there. We're going to be joining 12 more from server 2, Todd. Man, this is going to be a lot of fun.
Tried to show it there, Phil. Definitely a close finish there.
Man,
you can't even see it with the replay there. What a finish there! I thought with my eyes Howard Weaver had that. Obviously, scoring and timing is normally right, and that's why they have transponders on these cars. 0.007. I mean, that's one of the closest margins of victory. I think that maybe now is the closest margin of victory here in Full Velocity Racing Network history. I got to double check that, but I believe, Phil, that now beats it. I haven't seen anything closer here in dirt racing, that is.
All right, so steal the ship, Todd. Know we got a lot to do before the Gobbler 100. Are we doing a post race here for server number 1? Are we going to talk to our top three?
Definitely have to talk to our top three.
Well, let's do it. We'll see if we can't get them screened out real quick. There's a lot of traffic in here in the Team BLR TeamSpeak tonight, so we'll see if we can't get screened out to at least talk to the race winner. Aboard Carter 13, DJ Kolonowski will a second here, maybe a little bit dead air as I start to move things around and try not to break this great assembly we have here. So we got DJ, we'll get Mr. Weaver. You know, I think it was a Dylan Hauser going to grab third there in the deuce. So we'll see if we can't grab Mr. Dylan as well and move into a post-race show here for server number 1. No, server number 2 is still wrapping up over there as well. You guys can check that out on UDTV. I do not see Dylan Hauser, so I guess we'll talk to the top 2 from server number 1.
Might as well bring them both in, Phil. Let's interview them both at the same time. They finished.
Oh, both at the. Oh, this ought to be good.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
Hey to you guys too. Let's bring these guys both in the conversation.
Group hug.
Group hug. Close enough to share the same fire suit, the same piece of gum. Maybe even a piece of Uncle Ronnie's gum off the shoe. Howard Weaver and DJ Kolonowski. In all the races you guys have run over the years, do finishes get any better than that? What the heck, guys?
They get a 0.0007 better, I think. But yeah.
Oh.
DJ might argue.
I will definitely argue that.
And fellas, terrific race. And you guys had to come through a lot tonight. Of course, coming through the heats was probably a big deal for a lot of these guys that had to race their way into the main event. Some had to come for the likes of a seed, even the B main. I'm sure the monkey asked you Weaver first. How to feel good there coming out of that heat race, man? Because those consies, those look like straight up scrubs back there, dude.
Yeah, were you talking to me? Sorry.
I was.
Oh yeah. I just wanted to get through the heat where I started at least, and get into the A main and not wreck. And these cars are so close. I thought I was gonna wreck a few times. So I gotta thank Evan C for sending me that setup because it was freaking flying. I think I started 10th, and I felt like I was way faster than the guys in front of me, and I just kept moving up and lost it by literally a hair.
Literally, and I'll tell you what, from 10th to 2nd, there's nothing to shake a stick at now. So now you switch gears, Howard. You've made it to the main event, the Gobbler 100. I think it's a race here at TBLR, of course, one of the crown jewels, one of the hardest races to win, one of the most prestigious races to win. What is our outlook going forward here? You're going to have another 50-plus drivers to get through over there. I mean, you up to a challenge? You said you're kind of crusty and rusty at this. believe it. Did I leave him speechless?
I think you did. No,
I did.
I was using the wrong hotkey. I'm not very smart. I already forgot what my hotkey was. But yeah, I may not have the stamina, but the setup is definitely great. So the slicker it gets, I feel the faster I'll be. So yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm excited just to even have made it, let alone get up there and run that good. So it sucked to lose, but literally I couldn't even tell how much I lost by. Couldn't even tell the difference. But yeah, we got 100 laps, so there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. So hopefully we can avoid getting wrecked in the future and stay up there.
All right, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to say, Paige Chunkarati, can we get that hotkey fixed, bud? We can't have Howard without it. He's a superstar. We need to talk to him. But Howard Weaver, bud, let me give you the mic here one more time. Hopefully not the last time tonight we talk to you here on the network, but just in case it may possibly be, 60 other guys out there to get through. All the great folks out there to make up Weaver Vision, all the support you have, Weaver Nation in a big way. Give all the peeps a shout out there.
I don't know how I keep forgetting it. Yeah, I gotta thank IRacingIFlag, Jeff Brown, because without him, I wasn't even gonna race it. I was just gonna pretty much fully retire for a while. So he signed me up and told me I had a race pretty much. So I gotta thank him for the support, and VLR for putting it on. This is a fun race right before Thanksgiving, and South Texas Speedway, IRacingIFlag, full velocity for the coverage, and DJ there at the end for giving me plenty of room to let us put that great finish on.
So much fun right there, folks. Of car number 07, Howard Weaver. We will see him a part of the Cars of the Stars here with the Gobbler 100. But Todd, you got the fastest guy tonight in all of Volusia. He set the quick time out here. The server went out there and listed him in heat race and beat Howard Weaver. I mean, how many people beat Howard Weaver and live and tell about him? And DJ Kodowski, old friend of ours, he's in victory lane with Todd.
Yeah, what do you thought? I was able to race with this guy once upon a time, but now, wouldn't hold a candle to him. I tell you what, DJ, what a fantastic race there. You and Howard going back and forth, and man, that was a great finish. Like you said, .007, probably the closest on full velocity race in network history. But man, you had a hot rod here tonight. Tell us about it.
The car was great for the qualifying, great for the heat. For the feature with the warm-up, my car was actually a tad bit too loose, and I didn't have enough time to adjust it to tighten it up, so I was just wheeling it like I could.
You definitely were wheeling it there. Sometimes they say lose is fast. Definitely taking down the victory here tonight. Going to make some changes maybe for the 100-lap race?
All depends with the other server how it's gonna be. Probably stick to the same, maybe tighten it up just a hair, but other than that, I feel pretty good.
All right, DJ. I know you're getting ready for this event, and I believe last year you were in the Gobbler too. I may be incorrect there. You had a great run going with that one too, but definitely open setup a little bit different from a fixed setup here tonight. Advantage point open setup here for you, or do you say that you'd rather go back to that fixed setup?
To be honest, how much work I've put into this, I haven't even put this much work into any other race. My teammate Drew Hopkins, we were going back and forth with setup, and we stumbled upon something pretty good.
Yeah, you definitely did. So, DJ, we're going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. We'd like to thank, so that way you can get ready for that Gobbler.
All right. First off, I want to thank Brad Dyer and Karen's Custard and Hamburgers in Smyrna, Tennessee. I actually wouldn't be in this race if they didn't sponsor me for that entry. I want to thank my teammates at HRE Motorsports, VLR for putting it on, you guys broadcasting it, iRacingIFlag, Dirt All Access, should be it, and all my friends that are watching and tuned in. Hey, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the sub A main here tonight, DJ Kalinowski aboard the number 13 machine. Definitely a fast hot rod here tonight. We'll see what he has in tune here for the Gobbler 100 here, coming your way on the Full Velocity Race Network here in just a little bit. It will be a different link, guys, so do stay tuned. You have to really watch it. It'll be over all of the pages that we can cover, and then get ready and locked and loaded for that one.
Absolutely right, Todd. Server number 2 is wrapped up as well, and of all the names we didn't see over here in Server 1, and I give you a guess of 50 guys over there, a prediction of maybe you not would have predicted here to win in server number 2, man. I just took a look over there, watched Brett over on UDTV, did a hell of a job covering over there. But prediction, who do you think may have pulled it off over there?
I don't know. Who did?
Racing Jason Salter wins server 2 over Alex Bergeron and Jacob Fields, Lucas Chowning, Cody Howard, J.D. Brown, Larry Barber Jr. That's what I see for a top 11. And Alex Brewer grabbing the final transfer over in server 2. Guys like Tyson Pankow, Josh Peacock, Blake Machulis, Drew Hopkins, a list of names that just not going to qualify on a server 2. Wow, what a ride for Grayson. Jason, maybe another name to watch here as we get to the Gobbler 100 main server.
Yeah, definitely it'd be fantastic to watch that one here in the upcoming feature event. It's going to be 24 cars strong, 24 of the best drivers here. I do believe in dirt racing going to be lined up here for the Gobbler 100. $500 on the line for the win, $2,700 purse. So again, thanks to these guys for having us. Thanks to the fans out there in Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. We'll be back at you here in just a few moments, Phil. Man, I'm so stoked.
Stoked as well, guys. Lock and load. The Gobbler 100 coming up next. Watch those links. It goes live, folks. There's only one way to catch it, and that's live right here on your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network. It's Gobbler time. It's coming straight at you.